What up guys, this is the Cybot here. Quick question for you all. How many times have you often forgotten to turn off your signals after turning them on while you're riding your motorcycle? I'm pretty sure that like me, you have often done it. And for some of us, we might think that it's not a really big deal, it's just a signal light. But it can sometimes be quite dangerous because when you leave your signal lights on, you might actually give the wrong impression to other vehicles. So the driver might think that you're actually going to be turning off ahead and they just cut out in front of you while you're actually going straight, for example. Or even if you're in a convoy or group ride and your riding buddies see your signal light turn on and they might think that you're actually going to pull off and they start to slow down, or they think that we need to turn off in the corner ahead. So it's actually going to be quite confusing. And I would say that when I happen to come across this system, which is going to be the Smart Turn system, I'll leave a description in the video below here for you to check it out. So when I came across this system, it got me really excited and interested because according to this system, it's going to be doing pretty much all your turn-offs, your signal light turning off for you automatically. The only thing it's not going to do is actually turn on the signal as you're about to turn. So if you guys are lazy to use your signals, this is not going to help you turn your signal on, but it's definitely going to help you turn them off. I'm pretty excited to see how it performs, and I believe some bikes have something similar like this, but not as comprehensive, because some bikes, they might use a lean angle sensor to turn the signal lights off. So if you're not actually leaning that much, the signal light doesn't actually turn off. However, for this system, they are using a few sensors, and with those, they're actually going to be able to identify whether you're turning or finish your turn, and that will definitely be more correct in terms of turning off your signal lights at the proper time. So what we have inside the box is going to be number one, your user manual installation guide. What I must say that if you're not familiar with your bike wiring, definitely get someone to do it for you. Otherwise, if you're familiar, you can just follow the instructions. For myself, definitely I'm not familiar. I'm not very good at doing wiring, so I'm definitely going to get someone to install it. Next, what we have is going to be the some cable ties, some attachments, electrical plugs, bungs, some rubber inserts as well. And this you will see for later on is for the mechanical version of the switch, the indicator switch. So we'll see that a bit more in the installation. And finally, we have what we're looking for here. This is going to be the Smart Turn system, the unit itself. As you can see, it's not very big, right? Just for comparison. So these are going to be the tappings that we need to do for electrical wise. But other than that, it should run alone, standalone. You don't need to put any input to it. It should do all the sensing. We'll check it out after the install and see how it performs.
Yang dah buat sekarang ni 40-50 dia akan buat. Sebab kita tak tukar 0.13. Ni dah buat.
I can even put it here if you want. Sini kan? Tu dah macam tu 28.
Tak, macam
Kamera terbaik.
Aku nak tanya tak ada dekat
Dandan lah, I don't follow all this aesthetic shit lah. Ini orange, ini grey, yang ini green. Correct. Oh ini betul ni apa ya no? There? I
see that blinking thing.
I see the blinking things. Okay.
Right now we're going to do a simulated overtaking maneuver. So I'm putting on the indicator to overtake. I'm doing the overtake, accelerating, coming back in to the lane. And the signal light turned off by itself after the overtake was done. Excellent stuff. This will be a simulated right turn. And the signal turned off. Another right hand turn, this time stopped. And turning. And it's turning off again by itself automatically. So I must say that this smart turn system is definitely working very well. It's doing what it needs to do, turning the signal off right after you have performed your maneuvers. This is going to be my review of the Smart Turn System, STS, which I just installed. So in terms of the installation, according to my super mechanic, the cleaner, so according to him, the installation is pretty simple. It just took a bit of time because he needed to get familiar with the signal light housing to fit in the dampers, the bushing, and also to identify the wirings that is needed. But apart from that, the installation is pretty much straightforward. The manual that was provided was very clear, the instructions on it. The only thing that we need to point out is that for the STS unit itself, it needs to be installed leveled. So you definitely need a leveler to make sure that it's leveled, as in it's leveled to the ground. Alright, so it has to be installed flat. You cannot just cable tie it anywhere you like on the bike. So that's just about the installation part. Very straightforward, simple, direct. And as you can see, we did some also quick tests with it. It works fine. It's definitely working the way it should be. All in all, I must say that I'm quite impressed with this product. And I didn't imagine that there would actually be such a product. Would I recommend it to people? Definitely, this is going to be one of the items that you might want to consider because it's pretty practical and functional. If you're a daily rider and you definitely are a person that uses your signal lights often, so I'm having someone following me. He's from Malacca. Came all the way to 66 speed bike as well to get some work done on his bike, and I'm just leading him back to the highway. Anyway, back to the review. Like I said, if you are a daily rider and you use your signal lights frequently, and you're the type that from time to time you may forget to turn off your signal after turning it on, then definitely this is going to be one of the gadgets that you should have. It's not like I said, it's not like some of the other gadgets or the other systems that are available on some other bikes, which just uses the lean angle, because it's sometimes not that accurate. However, this system is pretty accurate in terms of it recognizes when you're actually doing an overtake. It recognizes if you're doing a slow turn compared to a fast turn, or if you're stopped at the traffic light and after that you're doing your turn. So yeah, all in all, the only drawback, kind of, I would say, is that if you turn on your signal lights like what I have on right now, there's no way for you to turn it off. That means you can't actually manually cancel the signal light anymore, which you could do so last time. But with this system on, there's no way to actually cancel it yourself. You must wait for the system to turn it off. So that's about it, guys. It's pretty much very straightforward and simple installation. If you can identify the wirings and make sure the device is installed correctly on a leveled surface. In this case, we did a custom bracket, copyright by 66 Speedbike bracket. And that's about it in terms of the installation, like I said. So yep, this is the Cyboard here, and I'm very glad to install this system. I'm very glad to have it on my bike, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a lot of put a lot of good use for this system, because I do use my signals often. And it's definitely a very useful tool for me. So till the next one, guys, this is a Cyboard here. Ride safe and safe ride.